Happy video day, guys. Today's video I'm super excited to be sharing with you guys because when I saw this brand released, I was like, ooh, that's kind of interesting. So Selena Gomez released her own makeup line. It's going to be called Rare Beauty, which I love the name. I thought it was so cute. And there was some interesting products that released and I really wanted to pick them up. I honestly just thought that this looked like a cool brand. The whole brand is based off of more natural looking makeup. So she did release actually a lot of products for her first launch and I picked up a few of them. I picked up the things that I really honestly was the most intrigued by. So we're going to be trying a few of these things on today and I'll be doing a first impression for you guys. I did pick up the foundation. So this is the Rare Beauty foundation. I also picked up the concealer. I picked up a lip souffle to kind of give it a test whirl to see how it works. And also they were offering at Sephora a free sample of the blush. So I've got 4 items here from the Rare Beauty line. We're going to be putting all of them to the test. I'm going to be telling you guys my honest, true thoughts on this brand and if it's any good and whether you guys should try it out or not. So if you guys are interested, we're going to get into all of that. But if you guys are new, hi, I'm Christina Brooke. I would love it if you'd want to hit the subscribe button so that we can see each other again. And yeah, let's get into it. Before you guys see me testing out the products, I just want to give you guys a little information. So this foundation retails for $29 US and it is coming in 48 different shades. So there's a really big shade range. So for the foundation, they're saying that it's a medium coverage, it has a natural finish, it's a liquid formulation, and it's supposed to provide medium to full buildable coverage with a natural finish. They are saying that every skin type can use it, but they are definitely saying to make sure to moisturize before you use it, and you have to shake it because this is super liquidy and it has like a thing inside of it, if you guys can hear. So if you don't do that, it can get a little oily. Then the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer is also coming in 48 shades and it's $19 US. So for the concealer, it's a hydrating concealer that's cake free. They're saying it's medium to full coverage. It's supposed to be a brightening concealer and it's also for all skin types. So the lip souffles are 20 bucks and they're actually coming in 12 different shades. It's a weightless air whipped lip cream that hugs the lips with a rich color and it's supposed to be very hydrating and gives a soft velvety matte finish. And finally, the last product that I picked up is the Soft Touch Liquid Blush. This is the sample that Sephora is actually giving as a bonus reward, but the actual real bottle, which looks like this, is $20 US and it's coming in 8 different shades. So it's a weightless, long-lasting liquid blush. It says it blends beautifully for a soft, healthy, flush look. And it comes in matte and dewy finishes. So there's 2 different finishes. So look at the color you're picking and see if you're getting dewy or matte. And I kind of like just narrowed it down to the things that I feel like you guys would be the most interested in. I also asked you guys to tell me which ones you wanted me to pick up, and a lot of you guys said these products. So we're gonna go ahead and try these out and I'm gonna be giving you guys my thoughts. So I didn't pick up the primer from the Rare Beauty line, but I did pick up the foundation. So I'm super excited to give this a go. I know that her whole theme is more natural makeup and that really interests me. You guys know if you've been watching my channel for a little while, I've been getting more into more natural looking makeup. It's not like I don't love like a full glam face because I do, but I guess since, I don't know if it's been quarantine or what, I've been getting so into more natural makeup. So I'm excited to see how skin like this looks. I got it in the color 240W and I think this will match me. So the casing looks just like this. This is gorgeous. A beautiful frosted bottle. I can't even tell if this is glass. I think it might be plastic. And then I love the top. I think that this design is beautiful. It actually kind of like leaked out a little bit. Ooh, top in here. I opened it up and it's like a lot of oil just came out. What happened? You have to shake this, guys. So if you kind of like just open it like I did and it just delivered to you, you might get like oiliness come out. That's what just happened. I just got like oiliness. That was interesting. Okay, because it's, ooh, this is actually very, very liquidy. Like I feel like if I went like this, it would probably just, yeah, it would just leak out. It's super liquidy. If you guys can see, if you go like this, it will come out. So that is interesting. Okay, it has a doe foot applicator and if you guys can see like the whole side, I got all of this oil coming off of it, like greasiness that's here. I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if that's gonna always happen or this is a one-time thing. But yeah, let's give this thing a go. It's a doe foot applicator. Reminds me of when the Tarte Shape Tape did this. I mean, I guess I don't really care. It's better to not have a doe foot just because of I guess it's not as clean. I mean, they tell you to clean like your beauty blender and all that stuff, and then you're going to be putting this on your face and then throwing it back into a bottle. So it's not as hygienic. And this color looks dark. I'm going to use this wet sponge. Maybe when you blend it out, since it's so natural looking, maybe it'll kind of like, yeah. I think it's maybe a tad too dark for me, like a tad. But I think with the concealer and everything, I think I can make it work, but it's a little on the yellowy side too, let me tell you. This is supposed to be golden undertones, and I feel like it's pretty yellow. So she released a sponge and a brush for this collection, but I ended up not picking up either one. I almost picked up the sponge, but then I don't know, the shape of it and everything, I was like, ah, forget it. Sometimes when there's so many shades in a foundation, sometimes it becomes even harder for me to find my shade just because they put a lot of different undertones. So it's better, but it's harder to find your shade online. You know, it's easier to go in store and actually like swatch them, which I don't think you can do right now. You can make this like a medium coverage if you build it up just a tad. And the reason I'm building it up right now is just because it's just a little bit light on this area of my skin that I have a little bit more acne scars. So I kind of want to cover that a little bit better. But for the most part, it is covering and it does a really nice job. And little by little, this color is looking a little bit better. But when it comes to coverage, I think it did a pretty decent job. I did build up my cheek area and I think it covered pretty nice. I mean, definitely it's a medium coverage, more on the light medium, and it's very skin-like. That's kind of what I like the most about it. If you guys can see, it kind of like went over like my wrinkles. I get little wrinkles on my forehead, no Botox. So these little wrinkles here, sometimes if I use a thicker foundation, it'll go right into the wrinkles. And of course I have fine lines around my eyes, and I don't feel like I see it sinking into the fine lines, which is really, really good. Not a matte finish, it's like a satin finish. It's very pretty. It's actually very pretty. This is super skin-like. It looks like I'm wearing my skin. Just it kind of like got a filter over it. That's kind of like what it looks like. Right now I'm impressed with the foundation. There's a little things here and there that I feel like I need to play with it just to kind of like understand the foundation a little bit more. It's so liquidy, so I have to like kind of like get used to that. I don't think I really have too many foundations that liquidy. So I'm gonna jump into the concealer now. So I wanna put the concealer with this foundation, hopefully dye down a little bit of this yellow look. For the concealer, I always like to get my concealers neutral, which always helps out if my warm undertone is a little bit too yellow. So this is 210N. So I'm hoping that this is not too pink, but hopefully it's not. So it looks just like this. Look what a cute bottle that is. It's a really, really pretty bottle. I love this packaging, guys. I think she knocked it out of the park with the packaging. It's just so beautiful. And this is, oh, that's okay. So the doe foot is different too. So this doe foot has a really nice sharp edge to it. So that's different. Let's kind of put this like that. Okay, so the color of this concealer is perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect neutral shade concealer for me. Yeah, so that's definitely going to help out the little bit of the yellowness that I see. It's going to help me make it just a tad less yellow. So let's see how this concealer works. Now, I don't believe that this is supposed to be that full coverage. It's supposed to be a brightening concealer and not super covered. Sometimes with my concealer, I don't want it to be super impactful. I want it to cover because I get dark circles, but I don't want it to look like raccoon eyes. Because if your concealer is just way too heavy and you have more natural makeup, you'll get raccoon eyes. This would make sense not to be super full coverage because the foundation itself is a light medium. So I would expect that this would not be a full coverage concealer. So first impression on the concealer, I like it. I think it went on really smooth and it blended out really good. I mean, it covers pretty nice. It's not going to cover your dark circles 100%. If you guys can see, my dark circles are still showing. It's very natural. So it kind of goes with I think it goes with the foundation really good. Actually, I think it looks really pretty. I was not expecting to like the concealer because of how light I thought the coverage was going to be. But right now I like this concealer. So what I want to see is if it creases or anything, but we'll figure that out as we keep on going. The next product that I want to play with is actually the blush. So I didn't buy the full size of the blush because they were offering it as a free sample. So I said, why am I going to buy the whole thing if I can just test it for free? So that's what I did. I ended up getting the free sample. So typically the bottle would look like this. So I got this one and the color that they gave me was Grace. So that's the color I got, was Grace. So I'm just gonna kind of just dab it And then with a sponge, I'm gonna blend it out. I'm not a huge liquid blush person, so that's pretty impactful, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, it blended decent, I think, right? So I'm gonna put it right here, and then I'm just gonna kind of like dab in it and then just apply it that way, just so I have more even, because I feel like if you put it straight on your face, you're not getting it even, you know? So let's see, like this, if I like it like, oh my God, so I love it so much better like that. Yeah, definitely put it on the back of your hand and then dip your sponge into it, because otherwise, if you try putting it straight on your face, you're not gonna have the pretty effect that it can give. So this color right now is super subtle. For being such a pigmented color, I thought that this was gonna be like super strong, but it kind of goes with the rest of her line. Everything is just a little bit more muted down. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more, just because I want it to show up a little bit so you guys can see it more, not because I like to wear deep blushes. I actually don't like deep blushes, so the fact that it's not that pigmented for me is actually good. So the blush is actually really pretty. So it blended out pretty nice. Like I said, on the back of my hand, I like it a lot more, and then blending it out with the Beauty Blender, it came out really, really good. So I think this is really pretty. I don't think that the color showed up that much on my skin, even though the color was pretty deep. I thought I was gonna get a lot more color payoff. Okay, so let me go ahead and get off camera for 1 second to finish off my face of makeup, and then we're gonna try one more product from Rare Beauty. All right guys, so there we go. I finished off my eyes, put on a little bit of bronzer. And if you're wondering, yes, the palette I used for my eyes is a new Glam from Natasha Denona, and if you haven't seen my review on it yet, I do have a full review up already, and this is a little bit smoky, more subtle look, and I just felt like it would go so good with this lip color because it's a little bit more cool tone, and we're gonna throw on this red lip. So I wanted to try this color. And I'm so sorry if you guys are bored of this color, because I do feel like a lot of people picked up this color. I was looking at all the different colors that she released in the Lip Souffle formula, and honestly, this is the only one that I was like, oh, I really, really want to try it. I love an orangey red, and this is like a true orangey red, I think. At least it looks like on her. So I wanted to pick this one up, so that's what we're going to put on. I'm not going to put on a lip liner so we can see a full true color here, and hopefully I stay within my lines. So this is what the doe foot looks like, so you guys can see. That's a pretty nice applicator. That's going to make it easy because it's very, very thin. Yeah. So let me try not to talk while I'm doing this so that I can actually do this properly. That is definitely a different formula, I'll tell you that much. It almost feels moussey when you put it on, and as you're applying it, you almost feel like it's gonna be sheer a little bit and you wanna go over it again, but the pigment stays there, so it tricks you. It tricks you because it's so moussey. But I like this color. That's why I wanted to pick it up. I knew I was gonna love this color. I think that this is like the color that you guys need to pick up from this collection. Red is going to be such a hot color for the fall. I love a red orange, so this is gorgeous. While we wait for this lip product to dry a little bit, I want to try putting on just a little bit more of the blush, because I feel like this blush color was so deep that I really want it to appear a little bit more on my skin tone, and I'm a little bit, I don't know, I just want to see it more, you know? Come on, show through. Oh gosh. Don't mess up my makeup. I didn't put on any powder, but I did put on powder bronzer. So I just kind of want to see if you can go over powder with it, because that's a big important thing for me. Like if I put on bronzer, I want to make sure a liquid blush can go over that, because that would be a deal breaker. I actually feel like I'm liking the blush a little bit more putting my powder bronzer on first and then putting the blush on, because I feel like it just like showed up a little bit more. Either that or I just put on so much blush that it's showing up. All right, so here we go, guys. It's time for verdict time, and I have some thought. So the first thing I want to point out is the blush. I just feel like it was lacking a little bit of pigment. I know her brand is all about more natural makeup, so I can see maybe that's why the blushes are so low in pigment. I just personally, if I'm going to reach for a blush, I want it to show up a little bit more. And I feel like this color being one of the deeper colors, I actually almost purchased the peachy tone one, and I'm happy I didn't because it probably wouldn't have shown up that much. I just wish it would have given me a little bit more. But that being said, the formula of this product is gorgeous. It didn't pick up my makeup. It basically sits on the skin really, really beautiful. It doesn't feel powdery. And another really cool thing is it doesn't look oily. So I hate it when I use cream products and my face looks oily. Drives me insane. So this product actually does do a little bit more of a mattifying effect, which to me is really interesting. I just wish it had a little bit more pigment, but like I said, maybe these first few that she released is supposed to be more natural looking, and maybe down the road she'll release a few colors that have a little bit higher pigment. I just would wish for a little bit more pigment, and I'm not somebody who likes to wear blush. Right now, guys, I really love the way this foundation looks, and that's so funny because you know when I first put it on and a little bit of like, what's going on here? But as it has been on my face and I keep looking at it, this looks really, really skin-like and pretty. It's definitely a light medium coverage. It covers pretty decent. Right around my chin area, I could see a little bit foundation-y, but everywhere else, my skin looks very skin-like. It looks skin-like. I don't know if it's because it's so liquidy, the way it kind of like blended into the skin, but it really did, and it looks amazing right now. So since I want to have this video up today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a midday check-in, and then at the end of the night, I will update a pinned comment down below with how I think it wore, because I want to put this video out there. But I'll tell you guys right now, I really, really, really like it. The foundation I really like. So that one's so far a winner. And the color was a little bit, but once I put on the concealer and everything, you just can't judge a color from just a base color. You gotta wait until all the rest of the makeup is on. I've noticed that so much because look, it looks so much better right now. So I don't know, I like it. So the next thing is the concealer. So the concealer I'm having kind of like a love-hate relationship with right now. I love the color. I think the color of this concealer was like a perfect neutral. The problem I have, it really doesn't cover that much, and I do have dark circles. So if I zoom you guys in, I think you guys can probably see like right around here, you could see my dark circles coming through a little bit. So this isn't extremely full coverage. It's definitely a light coverage concealer that does cover. It's just not going to cover dark circles really, really good. Now, the love-hate relationship I have with that is that actually it looks great underneath my eyes right now. Like I don't feel like it's going in my creases. I have a few little creases here. It feels hydrating, so it kind of looks like really good underneath my eyes. I like that. So I like that part of it. I don't love that my dark circles aren't completely gone, but I also like how natural it looks. So I'm kind of having like a moment that I really, really like it. I just wish it had a little bit more coverage. But I do think it covered them enough to make me happy, and I feel like it's a very nice daytime concealer. Like if I don't want to go full glam, I think it's a nice concealer, and I think the concealer pairs really nice with this foundation. So for that reason, I do like it. So if you're somebody who likes to wear a little bit more natural makeup, you probably are going to like this concealer because it's going to go really good with your tinted moisturizers, your very soft foundations. This is definitely going to go good with that. If you're somebody who likes to do that full coverage glam look, then you are probably going to not like that concealer at all. So since I like doing both looks, I actually like it because I feel like I can use it, especially for my daytime looks and times that I don't want to do so much coverage that my eyes are just a little too covered and the rest of my skin is showing through a little too much. So that's definitely going to come in handy for me. I love this formula. Love this formula. I think this is probably the star product for me. These lip souffles are so good. I love this color. It is one of those that it's going to transfer. It is not going to stay on your lips. It does not dry down to like a real matte liquid lip, but I love that. I hate matte liquid lips that you see this, like you see every line on your lips because it dried down so hard and then you feel like this the entire day. I hate that. The fact that these look smooth on my lips, but they give me that high pigment and it doesn't feel like it's drying my lips out, I love that. I definitely think there's a lot of really good products in here. All the stuff that I picked up, I really feel like I loved a lot. I think my winner products out of this entire collection as of right now is definitely the foundation and the lip souffle. These two are the winner products for me. So now let's go ahead and get into a quick little wear test. I'll let you guys know how the foundation lasted in a few hours. So I want to give you guys a quick little check-in. It's been 4 hours that I've had the foundation on, and honestly the foundation looks pretty damn good. It's holding up good. My oils are coming through a little bit. I'm really interested in knowing how this is gonna look by the end of the night. Right now I like the way everything's looking, and the lip souffle is basically still on my lips, but I think it's also stained my lips, so that's the reason you can still see it pretty good. But everything else is, I mean, it's all lasting. Everything looks pretty nice. So I'm a fan of this foundation. The concealer looks good too, but definitely the foundation looks really nice. So yeah, I'm a fan. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this first impression on the Rare Beauty line by Selena Gomez. If you guys did, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, join my family. Let me know what products from here were your favorites. And if you guys picked up any, I want to know which ones they were. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.